In this video, we're going to look at the form settings, which are accessible inside from either the Forms page or the Form Editor page. The form settings are split into three sections: Form Settings, Confirmations, and Notifications. The Form Settings section is mainly focused on the layout and the look of the form. You can edit the form title and description. You can change the alignment of the labels and also the descriptions. If you know CSS, you can edit the class name that will allow you to override the default styles of the form. You can change the text that appears on the Submit button, or you can change it to an image. Just paste in the full URL of the image you would like to use to replace the button. You can enable conditional logic only to show the button if certain criteria have been met. By ticking the Save and Continue checkbox, this allows your visitors to return to the form at a later time to finish their form submission. You can also change the Save and Continue link text here. You can restrict the number of entries for the form. For example, if you only want the first 100 entries to be accepted, you would just enter 100 in the number of entries. You can also display a message instead of the form after the 100 messages have been received. If your form is only supposed to appear for a specific time period, you can specify start and end dates here. If you only want logged in users to be able to see your form, you can click this checkbox. The anti-spam honeypot is a different technique to avoid spam. Animated transitions will mean fields with conditional logic will animate in and out. Now let's look at confirmations. If you would like to send users to a thank you page that you have already published after they submit the form, you can select the page here. Or you can simply display some text thanking them for filling out the form. You can use fields on the form in the thank you message. You can redirect the user to a completely different website if you like by using redirect. Finally, let's look at notifications. You can customize the notification email that you receive when a user has submitted the form. The name is the name of the notification. You can have more than one type of notification. Send to can either be an email, usually the admin email of the website, or you can select a field from the form. If you have a complex form, you can use conditional logic in the configure routing to send it to someone based on the fields in the form. This is handy for sending forms to different departments. From name is the person who sent the email. You can usually select the person's name in the form fields. From email is the email of the person who sent you the form. If you required an email address in your form, you can set it to be the form's email. If you did not, then you should leave this as is. Reply to is the reply email address. Again, you could set this to the email from the form. BCC is optional. Subject is the subject line of the email. By default, it will insert the form name into the subject. Message, by default, will output all of the fields. You could customize this to say whatever you want and use the fields from the form. Once you are happy with this, click Update Notification. You could set up another notification so the user receives a thank you email. This is how you would do this.